working and that we are properly live. So just bear with me a second, guys. We'll just do a little bit of checking. It's always good to just check these things. And then we can give everyone a chance to join us and we can get started. I'm a little bit early today, which by about a minute, which never happens. So that is a good start. Oh, yep, that looks like we are here. Let me just check that you can hear me. Oh, yep, you can hear me as well. Yay! Hello, Jane. How are you? I'll just turn this round. Actually, it's better if I do it this way around. Actually, I can still see. Oh, there we go. Hi, Josh. How are you? Oh, we've got stuff coming through now. We've got Laura and Julie with us on YouTube. So that means that's working. So that's a good shout. And then we've got Jane, Josh, Alice, Kathy. Hello from Maine, Kathy. I'm so glad that you can join me. So, well, that's good. That's always a good start, isn't it? If we're actually working. So I guess the big test is when we move to the overhead cameras, because sometimes that's the one that causes me a little bit of an issue. So today's live is going to be a little bit different because today's live is all going to be about creating and crafting our memories. So as you may know, if you've been following Time for Tea for a while, I have grown very, very passionate about crafting my memories. And this happened really, I suppose, over lockdown. Probably a little bit before then, I was already thinking about transporting all of my images from my phone, particularly the important ones like holidays and things like that, on out of my phone and into an album. So I started looking into that, and I came across modern memory keeping, and I've become obsessed with it ever since. I've watched so many YouTube videos. I mean, Ant will tell you that I am constantly watching videos and researching different products. And we've produced some of our own products. So I've designed some of my own products that I wanted to be able to use when I was recording my memories. We have beautiful albums, page protectors, ephemera, journaling cards, paper pads, all of those good things, and stamps as well. Lots of really useful and great stamps for journaling and using in your planners as well. But I wanted to expand that range and really encourage you guys to come on board with me with this journey that I'm on, crafting my memories. So every month I am going to be doing a session like this where I talk about crafting my memories and doing a project that some of you might be familiar with called Project Life. Project Life is the process of documenting everyday moments of your life in pocket pages in an album. And I've done January and February already this year, and I will be doing March. I'm probably not going to finish March's today, but I'm going to show you how I'm planning to do that and some of the bits that I'm planning on using to put that together. And I'm going to do that every month. We're going to spend a bit of time every month creating those memories and documenting those memories for the month prior. So like I say, we're in April now, so I'm documenting March, and then next month I'll be documenting April, and so on and so forth. Now, there are other projects that I'm doing in between time, so I'm documenting all of my memories of my cats that I've had over the years, prompted by the passing away of Clyde recently, which I want to put a more thorough album together that just focuses on those guys. I've also got a couple of albums started for holidays as well. So I'm picking out special moments to do as separate projects, but I'm also going to be continuing this documenting of the everyday life. And the thing that I'm really enjoying about this is being able to look back, I think, in years to come, to see how life has changed. So so hopefully you will come along with me on this journey. Few comments. Suzanne's with us. Hello, hello, and she says that she loves that idea. And Julie says, "Hey, from Harry and Blake. Hello, guys. I'm so glad you can join me." So to that end, what I was thinking was that I want to really encourage you guys to get involved in this. We are primarily a card making business and paper crafting business, and I will continue to do that because that is a huge passion of mine. So the majority of what we do is going to be the stamps, dies, stencils that you have come to expect and love from Time for Tea. But I feel like this is an additional. I think if you love that style of crafting, you will probably love to do this as well. And it's something that, from my point of view, I wanted to make it something that you could do alongside your paper crafting projects and your card making projects, but do quickly, because we don't have a lot of time for any extra crafts. I know I don't. So it's something that I want to do. I want to offer you something that you can craft quickly, but also have a special place to show all of those great photos that we take every day, but we never share, because they're all locked away on our phones. So today, what I've got is that I've got actually a couple of things that I want to share with you. One is some new products that we've got in the store. Now, these are not Time for Tea Designs products. These are products that I've sourced from other companies that I love, products that I really think are amazing and will complement your Time for Tea products as well. So I'm going to talk you through some of those. Suzanne's just saying that so many of the Time for Tea stamps and dies are usable for scrapbooking as well. Hello, Ashley, how are you? And that's great, Suzanne, that is true. I don't do the traditional scrapbook pages because I don't really have time to do those pages. Like I say, I want to do something quick, but all of the products that we're bringing to you, you can use for your traditional layouts, as well as some of the more modern memory keeping that I'm going to share with you. So we've also announced recently our new design team, and Suzanne is a member of that design team, and she's super passionate about scrapbooking, memory keeping, and she will be bringing you so much fabulous inspiration over the coming weeks, showing you how you can use your Time for Tea products to document your life as well. So I'm really excited about that, and welcome to the team, Suzanne. So Ashley is also with us. She's another member of the design team, a new member of the team. She will be sharing some fabulous inspiration with you very soon as well. So it's really cool to see some of the new design team with us today. That's so exciting. I'm going to flip the camera, because I'm going to start showing you some of these new products that I'm talking about, and then I'm going to do you a flip through of last month's Project Life album that I'm putting together for February. This will be, because I didn't finish it while we were doing the live. I took it away and I pondered on it, and I added some bits to it. So hopefully you'll be interested in those. But let's start with some new stuff, some new goodies. So let's have a look. Let me see, how do I change? Yay! So here we are. So hopefully it's going to keep up with me. I don't know whether it's my camera. It seems to stick a little bit, but it looks okay at the moment. It freezes occasionally, and this is the struggle that I'm having. If we do continue to struggle with the freezing element of it, what I will do is I will switch to a different camera overhead, which might mean we have to pause the live for a few minutes, but we will come back. So I do apologise if that is what happens. My overhead, let me just move this a little bit, because you can't see too much of me, but you can see too much of the old camera there. So let me just move that down a little bit and move that around. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Oh dear, me and technology are not working, are we, at the moment? So we seem to be okay at the minute. So let's crack on. So I have got so much product to share with you. I don't actually know where to begin. I think what I'm going to start with are the stamps, because I think stamps are always a good place to start, aren't they? A lot of what we do builds around our stamps. So let me start with those. I'm just doing a little shift around of some of the products that I've got here. Now, when we're memory keeping, it's really useful to have prompts, things that will help you, give you a starting point for some of your memory keeping and your journaling. And some things will just really very naturally go with the photos that you've produced. So here we've got the first one that I've got here. This one is a Studio Calico one. This is I think this is called the Road Trip one. That would seem to make sense. Designed by In a Creative Bubble. I feel like I've frozen a little bit on screen, although not on my screen, so that's interesting. Let me just try refreshing my screen, because it could just be me. Oh yeah, I think it's just me, because my iPad is on its last legs. Hello Mickey, how are you? Jane says she can't wait to see what Suzanne comes up with. Neither can I. No, you're good, says Suzanne. These stamps are so cool. So they really are. Yeah, I think it's just my iPad's got a little bit tired. It's a really, really old iPad, so I do struggle with it. So this is the Road Trip, I believe. Let me just try and see if I can get it back up and running. And you can see that it's got some great little, I guess, prompts and stamps that you can use for all of your little travelling type photos. So I'll not go into too much detail because I've got so much stuff and I don't want to bore you. But hello Emma, how are you? But you've got some cute little icons in here. I love the different fonts. This is one of the things that I absolutely love about the memory keeping products, is that I love the fonts, I love the typography, I love the little icons, and it's something that I'm really hoping to become better at designing myself, so that I can produce some of these types of stamp sets for you as well. You're all time for tea. Yeah, I think the design team, sometimes it's really hard for the design team to not comment as time for tea and comment as themselves. So that one, you're going to find that one really cool. If you're going on any journeys anywhere, you're going visiting anyone, you're going on holidays, anything like that, that one's definitely a must-have. I'll show you the Studio Calico ones first, actually, because I think they're the ones that I've got most of. This one is I don't know what the names of these are, actually. It doesn't actually give me the names, but this is a summer themed one. Summer fun seems to be the main kind of sentiment on there, so I would go with that. And again, this is one that I've picked just trying to think about what you might want to use your what kind of photos you might be producing and what you might want to document. And it's things like the school's out, you're going on holiday, you know, a bit of sunbathing, some ice cream. I think putting these together is going to be so cool. You know, some little drinks here, the sunshine. I think you're going to absolutely love playing with this. And it's going to make some great title cards for your journaling. You could also use this in your planners as well, which if you guys are planner documenters, then that is again is going to be great. So that one I thought was going to be great for summer holidays and going away. Mickey says, oh, I think I managed to switch to my profile finally. Oh, bless you. Emma says she loves the little camper van. I know, it's so cute, isn't it? This one I had to get because, as you know, I am a crazy cat lady. I've even got my cat lady t-shirt on today in case it got a bit warm. But this has got some really cute cat icons. Again, it's not really my style of design, so that's why I liked it, because it's offering something different to what I already do. There's no point me just bringing in stamps from other companies that I already designed. So yeah, so this is just offering something a little bit different, and I think is going to be really cool as well if you are a cat lover like me and you're documenting photos of your pets. So that one's going to be really cool. What I will just say as well, if you are interested in any of these, they are live on the website now, but they are in small numbers. So some of these there aren't many of, and I think the crazy cat, it's not the crazy cat lady, it's just the cat lady one. But I think that's one where we don't have many. This one is a supersized one, so these are all 4x6. This is a 6x8, so this is a size that we don't really do in the UK. So again, I think this is one that's really cool to have in your stash, because it's got everything that you would need just for like every day. And if there's one thing that we like to talk about in this country, it's the weather. So I think this is going to be a really cool one to have, because we can have all of these kinds of weather in one single day, which we have recently. So and I love that it's got other sentiments in there, like this is a good day to have a good day, which would make a really good 3x4 card. We've got the ugh for if we're having a bad day or a gloomy kind of day, which I could definitely use today. I'm on cloud 9, excited, so tired, and you've got the feeling there, so you can add that to feeling happy, sad, excited, so tired. Weathering the storm, there's some little rainbows in there. A great if you're feeling under the weather as well, that you can make that, you can note that down. So again, from a project life perspective and for documenting everyday moments, you can use these sentiments to add to your pictures, just to say how you were feeling in that moment, which I think is really cool. And obviously these clouds are awesome. Again, they'll make really nice title cards. You can make your own background papers with these as well. And don't forget, we are talking about memory keeping, but all of these can most definitely be used on cards and other projects. So yeah, this is a really fun set to have. And then finally, I think that's finally in terms of the stamps, but if I find one in here, we'll come to that. But I think this is the final one. This is actually an Ali Edwards stamp set, and again, if you do any kind of memory keeping and modern memory keeping, do project life or day in the life, week in the life, you will know Ali Edwards very well. Now, Ali Edwards is very, very popular from a clean and simple, very quick documenting your life point of view, which is why I like her stuff. And this is just a really great, simple, basic prompt stamp set, and that's what it's called, prompts. So things like around here, today you, remember, love this, currently, this and that. You've got love you because, I want to remember this and that, and loving. And then you've got some like little backslashes, some forwards, a hashtag, a colon, semicolon, and equals, and again a larger fast forward. So you've got all of those things that are really going to help you, again, just give you a little bit of a prompt. So you might say, today you did this, or today you were feeling this. You want to remember something, or this is a picture that you love because it represents something something amazing that you want to remember. So I think this is going to be, again, another really staple stamp set for that purpose. So that's the stamps. So what are we thinking so far? Do we like what we've seen so far? I mean, like I say, this might be a very new style of craft for you guys, like it was for me, and it might be difficult to know where to start. So what I've tried to do is give you kind of here everything that you're going to need to be able to start your memory making journey. So we've got some paper pads next. Paper pads are a great Again, a great staple to have in your stash. Obviously, Time for Tea does some paper pads, but there are certain styles of paper that I don't produce because I don't do florals particularly, but sometimes florals work really well in your project life, because you might have something that you are documenting that is a bit softer and it requires more florals, rather than the kind of papers that I would produce that would be for card making purposes. So that's why I've gone for some of these. Now, I have not even opened these, so let's crack one of these open. I'm just going to use a craft knife just to open this. So the first one we've got here, this is the Happy Heart. So Happy Heart is produced by Pink Fresh Studios. So this is a Pink Fresh Studios product, and is many of you card makers will have heard of Pink Fresh Studios. Laura says your Pink Fresh prices are better than my two go-to shops. Oh, maybe I've underpriced myself, but I feel like, you know, it's I want to be able to share the best price I can with you guys. So yes, so these are, again, these are quite I guess girly, shall I say, or quite, you know, they're not really the kind of thing that I would normally produce. So again, I'm offering you something a little bit different. You've got some really pretty cutter parts there, so you can cut those up and add them to your pages. These are double-sided as well, and you know, you've got some really lovely designs. So the Happy Heart, I think, is a fairly new release from Pink Fresh Studios, and there are other products that match with this that we'll come to in a little while. So again, we've got some more cutter part pieces there. Great for the fussy cutting, Suzanne, definitely. They are really beautiful. We've got a really pretty colour scheme, and then they're repeated at the back there. So that one's really, really pretty, the Happy Hearts. This one is Life Right Now. So this one I really like, because again, if you're documenting just everyday life, I think this one's going to be great. And like I say, the Happy Heart one is going to be really pretty for scrapbooking as well. I've kept with the 6x6 size because that for me works for all of my card making projects, as well as my project life and my albums, my pocket pages. So I've not got any of the 12x12s at the moment. So the Life Right Now, again, I think this is a Pink Fresh Studio. This is fairly recent. So Laura says, yes, it's only about a month old, the Happy Heart. So that's good. So the Life Right Now, I really like some of these. Again, we've got some pretty florals in there, which is really sweet. This, I absolutely love this. This has got the little windows. So like little windows into your world, which I really like. And again, we've got these little, these are almost like your iPhone, aren't they? With the, you know, with the play and pause and things, which I really think they look like screenshots there, which I think is really cool. Again, these are all double-sided, so you've got a pattern on one side and a bit more detail on the front. So you've got more of a basic pattern on one side, and then you've got detail on the other. This is really good. They're fine. Same old, just a work in progress. It's not all good. It's not all bad. Highs and lows. Again, that one's going to be really cool. Some pretty florals on there. Again, it's just some icons of everyday life, books and baking utensils and teapots. Again, some cut apart sheets here again, which would be great to add to some of your title cards. I love this with the with just the little sentiments, and then some of them are coloured and highlighted, which is really cool. And this again is really, really awesome, and you could use this to make into actually a layout on its own, which I think would be really cool. So this is almost like a map leading to a theme park and little houses composers, you've got florists, library, bowling alley. So you could actually highlight which of those areas that you've been to. Some tags. Love this paper pad. This is so cool. And then we're back to the beginning again, so they're all repeated. So love that. I think that's really, really cool. I think you'll be able to use that for loads of different things. So again, it's unfortunately I bought it as soon as it arrived over here. Oh, so you could have got it cheaper from me, Laura. So you've got those. And again, these are very different style to what I would normally do for card making. So I think this is why I thought it's really worthwhile me bringing in something a little bit different for you guys if you're interested in this style of crafting. And it means that you can get to it straight away without me, without you having to wait for me to catch up with products, if that makes sense. So this is another, I think this is another Studio Calico set, this paper set. So this is a 6x8. And the reason why I wanted to bring this size to you is that if you're doing any kind of traveller's notebooks or a traveller's notebook sized insert for your album, then these are a great size. So again, you've got lots of different patterns. There's 2, I believe, of each pattern. Some really cool ones, really quite bold. I think some of these would look really cool with in your card making with some bold sentiments, with our bold sentiment stamps. Some great ones for summertime. I think the lemons is a really cool background. We've got a bit of a watercolory kind of effect there. Some more of your animal print. We've got just a basic kind of ledger there, which is really cool. Some more florals. Pop them down for a second so we can see some of these. I am a paper lover and a paper hoarder. So, you know, I love all of this. It's really good quality. It actually feels like it could be slightly thicker than 260, maybe 280, 290 GSM. Some more animal. I love the animal print. The strawberries are super cool as well. Great ones for summer. So you can see I'm kind of thinking ahead for the months that we're going to be documenting coming up, because we are going to be documenting, hopefully, some more sunshiny days. That would be nice. So, so let me just pop these back in here. In fact, I'm going to pop them in. So really I should have, in fact I'm not going to pop them back in because it's going to take me forever and it's going to be very annoying. So I'll just pop them away. Love them, love them. So the next thing that I think is really important when you are when you're doing your documenting is having some good alphas and some good sentiments. So what I've sourced, again, just in terms of helping you guys put together a stash or a kit of your own so that you can get started, is some Puffy alpha stickers. Now we do have Puffy alpha stickers of our own in various colours. So what I've tried to do is look for colours that we don't currently have, so that you can top that up and you can you know, add to your stash. So we've also got in here some of these Pink Fresh Studio Keeping It Real puffy sentiments, which I think are really cool. So again, you've got things like authentic, keep it real, right now, enjoy, best part, true story, me time, love this, ugh. We've got a little flower, we've got for real, what does that say? Oops, that's a good one. And nope. So some really cool stickers there that I think you'll be able to use again on a lot of your memory keeping, and they're a good size to use on your scrapbook layouts as well, Suzanne, I think. These are the matching Keeping It Real puffy stickers. So you can see that the colour scheme works really well together. And then we have here, these are the best day ones. So again, these are all by Pink Fresh Studio, and the colour scheme matches with the best day elements. So we'll come to some of the other coordinating products that go with each of these collections, because what I've tried to do is put a few bundles of things together that come from the same collection so that you can coordinate with what you're trying to do. Some of the basics here, I've got some colour theory just stickers. These are just alpha stickers in various colours. So we've got a good range of colours here. I think if we can fit them all on the table there. And sorry about the glare, but we've got this dark kind of navy blue. We've got this lovely bright yellow. This is called lemon zest, but I feel like it's a bit more sunshiny than lemon. Poppy, which I think would be good for using not just at summer but over the Christmas period. We've got a rainbow set, so always fun to have a rainbow set. We've got pink lemonade, inky black, and then mojito, which is a really fun teal colour. And again, I think this colour will be really good over Christmas as well. You can mix and match some of these. So we've got a good amount of colours. Suzanne is saying that she works in a 9x12 this year, pocket pages and layouts, and a 4x8 and planner. So many options. Wow, lots of projects going on, Suzanne. I'm excited. So that's all of your letters. So, and I think that is all of the letters, I think. So next up is a real big kind of favourite of mine, really, are kind of your chipboard stickers, your puffy stickers, all of the extra little elements that you're going to use to really embellish your pictures. So these are, let me have a look at these. Let's start with these. I'll just pop those out of the way. I told you there was a lot of stuff to go through, so I hope you're enjoying this. But I always love looking at new products. So we've got Keeping It Real. We've got Life Right Now. We've got another Life Right Now, and This Is the Best Day. So these are, I'll start with these because these are the ones that I've shown you already in terms of they coordinate with either the paper pads. So we've got the Life Right Now paper pad, and we've also got the alpha stickers for the Keeping It Real and the Best Day. So these will all work together really well. So you've got the Life Right Now chipboard flares, which have all got these fun little icons or sentiments that you can add to your pictures and photos, or to your journaling cards. You could also add these to your planners if you're a planner. And then these are the puffy stickers for the Life Right Now. And again, you've got all of these really fun little icons and little images. The chocolate bar, I love the chocolate bar. I'd not noticed that before. Teapot, perfect for me. And a brew, the okay, I'm doing just fine. This one here, this little one, disaster. I'm sure that could be used many a time as well. So I just love the fact that seeing some of these is making me think about, right, okay, these there are stories that I want to tell where I can use these 100%. Hanging out with friends, we've got some books there, we've just got the house. There's some great everyday icons in there, hence the name Life Right Now. The Best Day chipboard flare goes with our the colour scheme within our Best Day alpha set, so you can see how they work really well together. So that's awesome. And again, it's got some really nice little all round, all seasons. So we've got Hello Fall, Best Day, Fall Vibes, Hello, First Day, So Happy. And then you've just got some generic kind of like patterns, that kind of thing. Home Life, New Home. Some really fun ones in there that you can use at all times of the year. So that's the Best Day. And then we've got the Keeping It Real. So for the Keeping It Real, oh, and I forgot to mention actually that the Life Right Now, oh dear, these have got stuck together. The Life Right Now pad and the Life Right Now, we've got the Life goes with the chipboard and the Puffy Stickers. The Best Day goes with the alphas. And then the Keeping It Real, we've got the alphas and the Puffy Phrase stickers. So these all coordinate and match together. So these are a really fun collection as well. This is the Keeping It Real. So Keeping It Real is a phrase that myself and a colleague that I used to work with many years ago used to say to each other all the time. So it really hits home with me. But this is about really just the reality of day-to-day life. So you've got day by day, you've got crazy times, we've got busy doing nothing, mischief, perfectly imperfect. That's a lot of what I do. And reality check, oh my God, fail. So just some really cool little things that I think will go really well. But we've also got the comfort food and just so tired. We've got a couple of little, we've got a house and a little, that looks like a little coffee shop, which is really cool. And some florals in there as well. So loads that you can use there. Really, really cute, aren't they? And then again, we've got some cardstock stickers. So they're Puffy stickers. These are cardstock ones. Kind of care, kind of don't. Keeping it real. Love that. Today was hard. You know, because there are going to be days where things are tough and you're still going to want to document those moments and look back on them. To be honest, I'm just winging it. I think that's a really useful one. And I have no clue why I'm out of bed. I do often think that. So, and awake-ish. That's me right now. I'm awake-ish. So, really, really fun ones, these. I can just see so many different occasions that you're going to use those. So they're the like coordinating chipboard stickers that go with the sets. Have we any of these go? We've got some more Life Right. Let me share with you then the rest of the Life Right Now collection, because again, this is, like I say, a fairly new collection. Is that part of the Life Right Now? I'm not sure. I can't see the title on that one. So I'm going to say no. So also as part of the Life Right Now then collection, we do have the ephemera, the enamel dots. So they obviously go with the colour scheme that's within the Life Right Now. So again, a great addition to that. You've then got the chipboard frames. So these are really, really cool. Again, you can pop your photos inside them, or you can just pop your journaling inside them. But there's so many different ones and they're going to be so useful. This one I love, again, because it's like your iPad or screen, isn't it, on your iPhone, which is awesome. And then you've got all the different sizes, all with the similar sort of patterns that you're going to find in the paper pad. We've got a little one that says social hour. You've got the self-care, hanging out, slow days, self-care, the weekend. This one's like a giant ticket. So that one would be really fun if, because I know in my story this month we've been to the cinema, so it'd be good to put some pictures of our cinema visit in there. So really, really cool. And this one that says, oh no. So who knows what could go in there, but yeah, I'm sure frames are really, really fun, Suzanne, really fun. So I'm excited to use those. I've not really used frames before either, so I think that I can already see how much fun that's going to be. And then again in the Life Right Now collection, which I am loving, are these cardstock stickers. So these are not like chipboard, they're a little bit thinner cardstock, but they're not like your normal stickers. And you've got all the different kind of options for you know, just marking your feelings for the day or prompting you into journaling. So you've got today's adventure, binging on this, so what have you been watching, chill vibes, favourite hits, stress baking. Any stress bakers out there? I'm more of a stress eater than a baker, but emotional support, person or animal. Definitely I'm voting for animal there. And yeah, we've got tickets, catching up and hanging out, feeling here with some different faces. Some really, really cool ones on here. And again, these are great ones to add to your journaling cards or to your photos. So they again are all part of the Life Right Now. So I've obviously gone for a good proportion of the Life Right Now because that is one of the latest releases that was available and I think is perfect for your project life. This set here is an ephemera set, and it doesn't say which it's part of, but I liked it because it's all sentiments and they're quite large sentiments. So I felt these were really good for so in my head I'm thinking I'm going to do maybe a larger photo spread for maybe holidays, for example. So maybe a large picture of where we're holidaying or a large picture of the view maybe, and then using one of these larger sentiments to document that. So it's got, it's a little bit hard for you to see, but hopefully you can see some of the different sentiments that are in there. So we've got breathtaking, sunshine, lovely, day, sun, restart, unbelievable, beautiful, sun-kissed, unforgettable, really, really nice, joyful, celebratory words there that I think will, and family. See, these would be great to add to your scrapbooking layouts as well. Sentiments are great, and some of these are foiled. So the unforgettable is foiled. There's a couple of others I can see in the background are foiled as well. So a really beautiful set of pre-die cut sentiments, which is always handy. And again, you could use those on your card fronts as well. I just noticed that we do have another element here that fits with the keeping it real. So that was the Life Right Now. But if we go back to the keeping it real set, this is some more cardstock stickers. So again, they're not super thick. They're not the chipboard. I don't know if you can see there. They're not the chipboard size. So they will fit better in your albums, I believe, because they're not going to add too much bulk. And then you've got things like pajamas all day. And yeah, I love that when I get to do that all day. Me time, self-care, not my finest moment. I mean, I'm sure we've all got some of those in a month. This is part of my story. Tiny victories, taking a deep breath, yikes, a little chaos, one thing at a time, a brew, perfect for me. And then this one here, the everything is going to be okay with the cloud and the rainbow of rain. I think just really nice, again, really useful ones. So I love that set. So you know when I've selected items to bring to the range, they've been items that I thought we're going to get the most use of together as we go through this crafting journey. So some more cardstock stickers here. These again are Pink Fresh Studio. This is part of the Some Days collection. I think I do have some. I did think I had something else from the Some Days collection, but it may have just been this. I can't see that I've got anything else at the moment. So this is Some Days. So again, documenting the everyday. Labels are so useful. So we've got our own set of label stickers, which are really, really useful. These are cardstock rather than just your regular stickers, and are some of them have sentiments already in there. You've got your tickets, like your ticket stubs. There's a few of those. Going back to bed, that's a really good one. So again, you could use these in your memory planners as well as your project life. These fold over to create a little tab, which is also useful. So if you're doing any flip ups in your pocket pages, it's useful for that. Some geotags are always handy so that you can note where you're going to be, where you're going to, where you're either going to be or where you've been. So some great useful ones here that I know you're going to love. So I'll just pop those back. What else have I got here to share with you? So I didn't share these ones because these are another. These didn't go with a particular collection, but I felt that you would find them really useful. So these are Days of Splendor, and you've got again the chipboard flare pieces. So again, these are a little bit thicker, so I don't know if you can see that. They are a little bit thicker, but not too thick, I don't think. And again, you've got things like Pajamas All Day, Happy, You're a Star, Finding the Light, Fall, Cozy. So for when we start to document those cozier days in the year, they'll be great to have. So that's the Days of Splendor one. And then we've got a couple of generic Asterix embellishments here. So again, these are chipboard. These I don't think are stickers because I don't think Ali Edwards does them sticky anymore. They just pop out of the back there, which is useful in one respect because it means that you can decide where you want to place them before you stick them. If they're already sticky, you've kind of got to commit. So and they come in different sizes. So we've got the rainbow ones here, the multicolored ones that have got some gold foil in, and then we've just got the black and white and silver as well. So I think they're really useful just to add a really generic little bit of an extra accent to your layout. And then we've got these chipboard stickers, which are, I think I've already bought these for myself a while ago, and I don't think you can get hold of them anymore, and we don't have many of them in the shop. So if you like these, do grab them. They're designed by In a Creative Bubble, who is a really popular designer in the scrapbooking world. And these again are really great chipboard pieces with some great designs there just for when you're going on your travels over the summer holiday. So a day trip, we're exploring the great outdoors, enjoying the summer sunshine, we hope. Yes, more of this please. A little bit of kind of a map there. Geotag again. Really cool little set that you'll be able to use for all of your summer adventures. Suzanne says she's got to go pick up her kids from school. We'll watch the rest later. Excellent. Thank you for joining us, Suzanne, and I can't wait to see what you create for us. Emma says she's just started agility with her youngest dog and was thinking about maybe trying to keep a journal of our progress. That's a great idea, Emma, and I think, it's a really good place to start because you can start small and focus in on one particular story that you want to tell. Without trying to document every story, because it can seem a little bit, there's just so much. I mean, I will talk to you about my process for this month in a little while, and it can be quite easy to get overawed, and there's so much different product out there, there's so many different things to choose from, so sometimes it's a good idea just to narrow it down to a few things. So what I'm hoping that I've provided here are some really useful, almost basics that you can pop a few of those things together in your stash, and you can work your way through them, and there'll be something there for pretty much every occasion. Add it to your time for tea stuff, and you've got the perfect kind of starter kit for your scrapbooking or journaling journey. This bit of ephemera, this is journaling bits, so this might be quite handy as well if you're putting a journal together as well, Emma. This goes with the Happy Hearts paper pads, so if I can just find that. Where's that one? There it is. Happy Hearts. So this is the Happy Hearts paper pad. So this was the one that got all the pretty florals, the cut aparts, really nice for kind of journaling spring days. I feel like this is a really nice kind of spring set. And this is the set of journaling bits that go with it. So I've not actually opened this, so shall we open this up? Because you can't really see what's in it from the front. But I think this is going to be such a pretty little set to use. So let's, and it'll be, I think it'll just add a really fun element to any layouts that you're doing. So we've got in here, there's loads of bits. This is a really cool little envelope. So if you've got any ephemera from your trips, or from you know, when you're doing your training with your dog Emma, you might be able to pop some little bits in there, you know, any little notes that you've got to pop in there. So that's really cool. We've got another one. This is more of a square one. Sweet moments together. So that will obviously fold down if you want it to, or you can add some journaling on the back. Could add a photo there, even add a photo over the front, and maybe put some secret journaling on the inside. So that's very cool. Oh, I love all of these like little pockets. They're so cute. So again, another little pocket there with a little label on the front. A tag with a nice bit of metal on there to maybe add some string to. You could punch some more holes in it and add that to the center of your binder. Add a picture to the front, put some, maybe a picture on the back, some of your stamping. Loads of options with these. Sunny memories. We've got another tiny little pocket. Honestly, I'm a sucker for pockets. I love them. And one of these could possibly fit into one of these little pockets. So let's have a look. Does it fit in that one? It does. So yeah, you could actually add some of these bits into your pockets for some secret journaling. Sunshine. Another little pocket. So these are going to look so cute on your layouts. A little, pre-die cut notelet that fits in there. Another tag again with metal embellishment. Again, that could just fit inside one of your pockets as well. We've got a banner that says Happy Days. One that says Always Want to Remember This. And then a little mini tag as well. Love these. Love tags and pockets. And Jane says pockets have my heart. I know. I mean, it's just, I love stuff like this. And you're going to be able to use these on all kinds of different projects. You can use them, like I say, for your scrapbooking, your journaling, your pocket, adding inserts into your pocket pages, flip ups, or just for holding little bits of ephemera that you've gathered on your journeys, which is really, really fun. So love them a lot. So, and it's great that they go with the Happy Hearts paper pad, because you can then add more decoration to your layout with the paper pad. You could make more inserts and notelets that go into your little little pockets. You could even create your own pockets with these as well. So lots of stuff to be done with that. We've also got some Studio Calico rainbow stars. Again, a really useful little thing to have, depending on what it is that you're documenting. Stars are just a really easy, generic little embellishment. So that's those. They will go with literally everything. I've stuck more or less with a spring and summer theme, because those are the seasons that we're in at the moment. However, you've noticed there are a couple that could be applied to fall, and I did get a couple that were probably, you know, due to probably go out of stock for holidays, because we are still close enough, really, to be able to be documenting December that's just gone. So some of us might not quite have finished our December documenting. So I wanted to get hold of these. I was meant to be doing some December documenting, but then I got COVID, so I didn't get to do any of it, and I was so disappointed. So there is still part of me that is hankering after a December daily album. It's not going to happen this year. I don't have the time, but I do have previous December's photos that I could potentially put in one album just to document our previous Christmases, which I think would be really nice. So I chose these as a bit of a, these are some embellishments that would be really nice to have for your collection. Again, labels are so useful. These are chipboard stickers, some really cool all Christmas themed sentiments. This really is a wonderful life. Happiness is all around you. Holiday shenanigans, I love that. Holiday baking, ready to deck the halls, all is calm, all is bright, and sending Christmas wishes. So again, some of these things you could even use maybe on the back of your cards for sending Christmas cards each year. So loads of really fun things there. And then we also have the holiday magic. So these two sets match, and this is the ephemera pack. Die cut tags, apologies. So this is a number of different tags that have different holiday sentiments on there. So probably not something that you may be thinking about at the moment, but I do think that this is a handy one to have in your stash, because these are some really cool colours. I love the colour scheme, and you're going to be able to use them for future Christmas documenting or catching up on your previous Christmas documenting. So that's those couple of holiday ones for you there. Let's move these to the back of my pile. So there are still a couple more things that I need to show you, and these are what I'm going to call are your essentials. So one of them is just a really fun little pouch. So this is a clear pouch. It's from Ali Edwards, who is super cool. And this is great for just popping some of these bits in that you just want. So, I mentioned about putting maybe a little mini kit together so that you don't feel overwhelmed. It's a really good idea to possibly add a couple of bits, from your stash. This won't fully fit in because it's in the packaging, but you could pop in your stamp set that you want to use. You could pop in some of your chipboard stickers that you want to use. Maybe some of your Time for Tea journaling cards can go in there. And these are all the things that you're going to use for a particular project. So you don't have to go searching through all of your stash. You know that everything you need is going to be in this one little pouch, and then you can just pull out all the bits that you're going to use and craft with those. And that, I think, is a way to not feel totally overwhelmed by everything that you've got. So love that. These are, as you know, as you may know, you may not know, Time for Tea sells its own inserts. So we have our own page protectors for our album, which is an 8x9 album. But a lot of people like to use different size inserts in their albums. And I'm one of those people. I like to use different size inserts. So I thought I would have a try at these 3x8 page protectors. They are a traveller's notebook size, a little bit slimmer than a traveller's notebook size, I think, but they fit inside your 8x9 album, so you can add a separate little insert in there to add more photos and more elements to your spread that just make it a little bit more interesting. So that's really cool to have. So we've just got a few of those in stock just to see how people like them. And then the last thing, again, if you are somebody who's new to this craft and wants something that's going to help you get started, this is a really good starter pack. So this is the Stories by the Year, it's called. So Stories by the Year kit. It comes in this wallet, which is super cool all on its own. And then it has everything you need in it to be documenting your year in terms of your journaling cards. So it's got two separate little, I don't know if you can see there, it's got two separate compartments. One for your 3x4 cards and then one for your 4x6 cards. So the 4x6 cards, they are done weekly in for the titles here. So you've got this week, so you can use a different card for every week if you wanted to. There's then some generic patterns, some prompts in there, moments and memories. Again, some different generic cards. Again, that you can use as the backdrop for your titles. Some prompts in here about morning, midday, evening, so you can document those moments. Lots of different designs in there. Something to keep you going basically for the entire year. So some of them are repeated. This one's a really good one where you can maybe add some smaller pictures in there and do 1 through 6 to notice, to note down different events. Around here, writing down the stuff of life. That one's a good one if you wanted to bullet point something. And again, just another generic pattern. So loads of great 4x6 ones. And what I want you to, to think about is using these as a backdrop for some of your photos. So even these ones that say this week on them, if you're wanting to use that for something else, but that colour is perfect, you can pop your picture over that that sentiment as well. So really get some good use out of those. And then in the 4x6, the 3x4s, I've opened one of these. They do repeat. So there's 4 of these in there. Let me just grab all of these. So these are repeated 4 times. So again, they're all great prompts. The details, here's the story, life right now. Feelings, again, are really good. Ali Edwards is very good at encouraging you to document the everyday and prompting you to think about different stories. So this is a really good set for that. And again, you've got enough in here to last you for the entire year and to help you document your stories for the year. So a really great starter set, because if you're ever thinking, oh, I really want a journal card for a particular event, you will find one in here. I'm sure of it, because it covers everything, and the colour scheme is really nice. I think the colour scheme can work for all times of year as well. You've got colours that would work for fall, colours that would work for the winter and for Christmas. So summer, it's got a bit of everything in there, I think. So that is, should have brought a drink with me for all of this talking. So that is the final product from the Memory Keeping new release. Loads of great stuff. So many things I'm so excited to use. And I can't wait to share with you the next project that I'm going to do, memory keeping project that I'm going to do using some of these products. But before I do that, any questions about any of that, do let me know, and let me know what you think to it, and what are your thoughts on it. Are you going to try some memory keeping, as this inspiring you to start telling some of your stories? Because I really hope so. So I'm going to share with you what I did for, goodness, what month are we in? For February. So I'm going to do you a little flip through of my album so far. So this is Time for Tea Designs album. This is our own design of album. It's 8x9. And what I've done, there's a few changes that I made to it, I think, since I last showed it you, and I'd only done 1 month before. And again, I'm learning, I'm quite new to this, and I didn't have kind of an opening page or an opening title page. So this is something that I've done since. So I added a picture of myself and Ant as we were kind of towards the end of 2021. It wasn't taken in January, but we didn't have any pictures of ourselves in January really, because we were, I was still recovering from COVID, and we had so many other things happening. So what I did, I decided to use this first page as a bit of what the end of 2021 looked like as we move into 2022. So a picture of Rosie and Clyde on our Christmassy bedding, and the fact that I spent New Year's Eve on my own in bed with Clyde because Aunt was working. So I just thought that was a good memory to store there. And then, like I say, the picture of Aunt and I, I just used some. These are actually chipboard letters that I heat embossed to add the word January or Jan. Emma says, just adding a few bits to my basket as I already have some ideas for mine and Pip's agility journey. Fantastic. That is so cool. So you'll have already seen these pages that I documented for the baby shower that we did for Aunt's sisters. And I added on here a little bit of journaling. Sorry, I don't think you can see that because of my silly face in view. So I added a flip up here with some journaling about the day. And I do think that the words are as important as the pictures sometimes, because sometimes you don't need the words. But I think, to remember what happened on the day, why things happened in a certain way, I think that's just really something that when I look back, I'll be glad that I did that, although it takes a little bit of work. So I think you probably saw most of this in terms of me having this little pocket to add details of our trip to the cinema. So when we were looking at some of those journaling bits in the pockets, this is an ideal thing for you to add in your bits of ephemera, so the cinema that we went to and the films that we watched. And like I say, we missed Christmas this year because of COVID, so we actually celebrated Christmas in January. So this is just a little bit of a spread that shows us having that Christmas in a very non-Christmassy fashion after the event. So that was that. These bits, I think you've kind of seen the pictures, but I added some extra embellishments to them. So I'll start with this page first. I added these couple of little extra inserts just to document some extra little bits of life. Clyde there, I just added the sentiment "stay strong" because we were feeding him in his bed to try and keep him fed at this point. And then I made my own little chipboard stickers there with some foam, but they are quite thick, so I think they're a little bit too thick for if I have too many things that thick, it might become full very quickly. So I think what I will do is in future back those up with more cardstock to make them like cardboard stickers, so that they're not quite as bulky. And then again, I've got a little flip up here with the "You Had Me at Meow" using our Puffy stickers there for some extra pictures and some extra little bits of journaling here. So that's one of the Time for Tea stamp sets, some of our enamel dots, our banner sticker, just creating a little cluster there to document that I'm happiest when I'm with you with this picture of Clyde. So I think that was pretty much all of January. So now moving on to February. So February, again, I did some of this during the live, but a lot of it I had to do afterwards because I really needed to spend a bit of time just thinking about what stories I wanted to tell, what journaling I wanted to add. And the colour scheme, I think it's funny how, some of your pictures do end up holding a lot of the same colours, and I was able to pick out some of those colours. So this one here, sorry if there's a little bit of a glare, I made my own title card and stamped out the word February with two of our Time for Tea alpha stamp sets. I used some arrows again from one of our stamp sets and some chipboard stickers that I had in my stash to create this this card. The stamps on the side here are our washi tape stamps, so they made really cool little backgrounds for my title card. And then This card here, again, I created a little cluster with our stickers and die cuts, and again I just added some more journaling. This is one of our journaling cards in the background, and again I just stamped some hearts across the back there, and just a few little journaling notes. I also stamped the date with my roller date stamp. I did the same on the actual photos here, so you can see here that we've got February the 4th and February the 2nd. Now these are again with my roller date stamp, which is a really old one that I've had for a long time, and I used white ink to stamp that on there, and the ink that I used is this Versacraft white ink. I was testing it out to see if it worked, and it was really good. It stays put and it shows up really bright. So if you're looking for a white ink that's going to work on your photos, I would highly recommend. Some of our mood stickers on there. Again, one of our stamp sets used in the background there. I think that's from the Be Kind Be You stamp set. Some more of those little arrows from that set as well. I haven't added my journaling onto the back of there because what I do want to do, and I don't know where I've put it. Oh, there it is. I actually wanted to add in the date and time that Henry James was born. But I also want to add this in here as well. So, and I've not quite decided how I want to do that, because I think it's a lovely picture, and it's a lovely way of documenting, and it's even got a picture on the back. So it's a little thank you card from Laura and Sam. So I think I might add to that a little bit later. This side here is really fun side as well. I made my own little chipboard sticker there using one of the stamps from the Creative Memories stamp set. That's one of our ephemera pieces and one of our sentiment cards there. Hopefully you can see that okay. And again, one of our journaling cards, some of our ephemera, and I just added some stamping at the top and then my journaling. And then I've created a flip up here, some more journaling on the back using some of my Time for Tea stamp sets. So do look through your Time for Tea stamp sets, because we have got a few sets, not just the Creating Memories one, but the Be Kind Be You set is a really great one to use for some of your journaling cards there. And then this spread is about Clyde. Now, again, if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that Clyde passed away in February, and it was a really difficult time for me and Anne, and it still is. You know, so I did want to take a little bit of time just to work on this spread and do it properly. So we've got, obviously I've got some of the pictures from those last few days that he was with us. A rare moment when him and Rosie were on the bed. That's about as close as they got together. And this is our heated blanket, which he was loving because it was keeping him comfortable and warm. So I noticed there were a few kind of lilacs and purples in the photo, so I've used those to add some sentiments and elements to the spread. And then on this side, I've created this curve shaped insert, and I've added a picture underneath of Clyde and me holding his hand in the vets there, which, you know, I was so glad that we got to be with him and I got to record that moment. And then this is a piece of vellum that I've added over the top, because that picture does still evoke a lot of memories and is quite upsetting. So I wanted to just mute that down with the vellum. And then I've added this poem called The Last Battle, and if you guys have perhaps lost a pet, your vet may have sent you this poem as a kind of a little note of of well wishes, and it's, do Google it because it's very, it meant a lot to me, shall we say. So I wanted to record that. And on the back is a picture that actually was something that happened. I don't know the exact date it happened, but it wasn't long after he passed away, where we had this beautiful rainbow over our back garden, and it just seemed appropriate that, I think a lot of people say that your pets go, over that rainbow bridge, and they'll be waiting for you. Sorry, I'm going to upset myself now, but they'll be waiting for you at the end. And you'll meet up again. So I just felt that was very fitting that, that rainbow appeared at that time, and I was able to record it. And then I just added a few little sentiments of hope there. Sorry if that's getting a little bit emotional for everyone. But this picture here again, I wanted to record again something really positive about Clyde as well. So this picture is one from before he was poorly, and his favourite place was always in the crook of my arm in bed at night. So this was us having a little cuddle in bed one day, and I've cut a little slit just here. I don't know if you can see that. Using my craft knife, I've cut into that picture, which I've made the full size of, an insert. And then I've added some journaling on a little note card here. So I won't show you that because it is quite personal. It was my little note to Clyde, and I've just added a few paws at the top and a little bit of ribbon so that you know to pull that out. But then there is some journaling on the inside, and it goes on both sides with another picture, so that just slots in there and is just something that is tucked away. And then on the back are some of the other elements that I wanted to record about the last few days, and things like my mum bought me this beautiful necklace to remember him by, the paw print that I did in clay, the beautiful flowers and messages that we got from friends and family. This was a picture taken not long before he passed away, where he was still wanting to come and spend time with us in the office here, and Aunt was just playing with him and having a bit of fun with him. This was the medicine that we were giving him every day to try and keep him feeling comfortable. And this was a picture of him after I tried to give him a little bit of a face wash, where he was looking a little bit straggly, bless him, and on his little bed there, where he pretty much spent most of his time, bless him, because he was feeling pretty weak, I think, at that point. And while that might seem quite sad, putting this together, I think when I look back at this in the future, I'll be glad that I recorded these moments and I was able to remember them. So I just used some little tags here. Again, I didn't want to add too many embellishments to this. It's not meant, it's quite a somber spread in that respect, but it's also, I wanted to do it in a respectful way. And then, excuse me, this is just the last kind of few days that we had with him, cuddling us both in bed there, and I've just used the top of this just to slot in kind of the receipts and the appointment card that we got. And again, I think that's something that I think will be one of those things that you wouldn't normally remember, kind of the date, the time, the cost, those kind of things, which, I think it's just one of those times in are one of those things that are of the time. So when we come back and we look later on in life, we'll be able to, you know, think, wow, that's the way it happened. And then again, what I've done with this little flip up here is, this is a card that I made. So I designed this myself. And then on the flip up, these are just the words that I've taken straight from my Instagram post. Because that's how I was feeling at the time, and I'll never be able to recapture that feeling if I write something now about it. So Instagram and things like that can be a really good source of lifting your stories, because they were in that moment. So I just copied the exact words that I wrote on Instagram at the time that he passed, and I've just added that to a couple of cards there with a little title, a little banner, and the dates that those posts were made. And that was it. So that is February, and I'm sorry if that's made you all sad. I know Emma said I've made you tear up. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to share that with you because that was a really hard thing for me to document. But in some ways, I feel better that I've done that. And I just wanted to share with you the different ways, I suppose, the different interesting ways that you can share some of your memories and stories that make it individual and personal to you. And it's not just about, you know, recording maybe 3 pictures in an album and putting it away. I've been able to add my words and my voice to this. I've been able to be creative in different ways, you know, and I've really enjoyed the process of putting it together, as well as then being able to look back over this. So when this album is full, which I imagine I'm probably going to get 6 months in here, maybe a bit more, but when this album is full, looking back over all of these moments in 12 months time, looking back at how the year started compared to where we are at the end of the year, I think is going to be so good. So moving on to this month, and I'm not going to keep you too much longer because we've already been on over an hour, and I'm not going to have time to do a full spread for you today. But what I want to talk you through is my process of approaching this spread. So I'm just going to move that to one side, and I'll show you what I've started on so far. I haven't had a chance to print out all of my pictures yet, but here are some of the pictures that I have printed. And this is where, you know, I'm kind of my starting point, if you like. So what I've created here, and hopefully you'll be able to kind of see, is on an A4 piece of cardstock, and I might have to zoom out a little bit so that you can see all of my, is that better? So you can see it all. There we go. So sorry that there's a bit of a glare. So see if I can move that light a little bit so it's not, no, it just makes it worse. If I turn it a little bit, it might be a little less glary. Oh, the battle that we have. So yeah, so I'll just have to move it a little bit so it doesn't, there, how's that? That's not too bad. So yes, this is my A4 piece of glossy, so I like the glossy pictures, so I print mine onto, it's actually Canon glossy photo paper that I use, and in my design software, I have created boxes that are the right size to fit my inserts, to fit our pocket pages. So let me just get a pocket page for you here to show you. So these are our pocket pages. You have 2 3x4s and a 4x6. That doesn't mean that you can only do photos of those sizes, but they are the openings that you've got to work with, if that makes sense. So, and you've also now got the option of our traveller's notebook size. So I've created those boxes. Now you can do the same in Word if you wanted to as well. Jane says, love your memory keeping products, Joe. Order placed. Yay! Thank you so much, Jane. I'm so glad that you like them. So yes, so we've got these boxes, and then I've fit my photos into those boxes. I've left myself a little border outside each of them because I do like to have a little border out around the outside. And then I've filled my A4 size piece of paper up with as many that I can fit on there, because I want to, use as much of that paper as I can. And I've got different sizes on there as well. So for example, these 3 smaller ones, I will be able to either use as flip ups, or like we've done here, where I've got different squares all on the back of one piece of cardstock. Here I can do that, or I can add them onto into this 4x6 pocket here, all together as a bit of a collage. So that's an option as well. So these are some of the stories that I'm wanting to tell this month. There are more, and there are more pictures that go with these. So my thoughts are, I'm probably going to use at least four of my layouts. Well, 2. So let me start again. So this is kind of one spread, and I've kept some ephemera here, some tickets to see Batman. They will be recorded as well. So I'll probably be using 2 sides here, and then 2 sides here. So 4 layouts in effect is what I'm using. So that's what I've created in my software, of 4 of these layouts to fill. Then I'm going to probably use one of these traveller's notebooks, or 1 or 2 of them anyway, excuse me, to tell a story about what's happening in the Ukraine. So one of the things that I think is a really interesting thing to add into something like Project Life, because you're recording your everyday moments, not just the moments like your big holiday that you might go on, or a big event. You are just recording things that are happening to you every day, like the fact that Rosie sat on my desk chair, that Ants had to stick his watch back together with some of our rainbow washi tape, that he rescued a little kitten, his first kitten rescue as a firefighter, these kind of things. Ant doing a Zoom call with his PT trainer, and us going on a little walk with Ant's sister and his new niece, or my new niece too. So these aren't everyday things that are happening to us, and these are things that I think are really worth documenting, but also at the same time, things are going on in the news that are worth documenting, and I think COVID and lockdown was a great example of this, and one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this. At some point, I really want to document 2020, because of the whole COVID journey and what we went through, the timeline of it, how frightening it was at points, how were running low on food and toilet paper, and there was no pasta anywhere. All of those stories are great to look back on and remember. Not great as in, yay, we all had COVID, but just as in, these are moments in history that, will hopefully never happen again. And in 10, 15 years' time will seem very distant. So looking back on it, I think, and having recorded that as it happens is going to be so valuable. So, and the same is true, I think, of what's happening in the Ukraine at the moment. It is a really unusual and historic moment in our time that this is happening, and really is truly awful. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about it, but also document it as part of what's going on in our daily lives. So, and I thought this would be a great thing to record in my smaller inserts. So I've created boxes that are the same size as my inserts, and then I've taken bits from the news, so pictures that I've found on Google that really represent the moment, a timeline of the conflict and how it started to where we were at the point that I'm recording these memories. Some bits that I've taken off Instagram for a lady that I follow who's a crafter and is living in the Ukraine at the moment. And then this picture here of how Russia is gradually working its way into the Ukraine. So there are a couple more images that I want to add to this that I haven't had a chance to print out yet. So another one that's this sort of size that will go on the back of that one into the page protector that is a full page. And then we've also got 2 half pages, and then we've got one with a smaller insert and one with a larger insert. So that's where these will fit. So they will come together, I think, as just extra little inserts in the middle of my rest of my month's story. So and then, as you've seen, we've got lots of different bits and pieces. Oh, I've also got these as well that I did print out previously, just some little square images again, which I can either do as a separate insert or I can create a collage within the inserts that we've already got. So this is the start of what I'm doing. Jane says, sorry, got to jump onto a work call, but catch up with you soon. Thank you for joining me, Jane. I'm so pleased that you're enjoying all the new products as well. So then I think what I will probably do is go through my Time for Tea stash, go through some of my new products that we've got here, and put together myself a little kit that kind of matches from a colour perspective. I can already see here that, you know, and there's lots of greens in this spread, some really nice fresh colours because of the time of year. So I think, you know, I'm going to be looking at that colour scheme and drawing on some of the items that are in, excuse me, in the new products and in my existing products to pull that together and create myself a mini kit that I can pop in my little pouch, and then I can work through that and start putting that together. So that's my plan. Excuse me. I've clearly been talking too much, but yeah, that's my plan for my spread for this month. What I'm going to do, because we've already been on for quite a while, is I'm going to record me putting together the spread that I've come up with, and then I'm going to edit that so it's a little bit quicker with a voiceover, and talk you through how I actually create the layout. I'm also doing that because I'll probably do it over maybe a couple of sessions, because I probably won't have time to do it all in one go. So that will just make it a little bit easier for you guys to watch and hopefully be inspired by. So yeah, so that's the plan. I hope that you've enjoyed me going through some of my plans, and also showing you what I've done for the previous month as well. I hope that that's given you some ideas of how you can create your layouts and document some of your memories. And I hope you enjoyed the new items. They are available in the shop now, so please do grab them. Let me move to full screen. There we go. So yeah, please do check out the website now, because all of those items are now available. If you have any questions, any issues with anything, then please do feel free to message me, contact me on Facebook, on YouTube, just leave a comment, and either myself or one of the design team will get back to you as soon as we can. And in the meantime, happy crafting, and enjoy making some memories. And I'll see you on Thursday night for some paper crafting, so some card making rather than scrapbooking, and fingers crossed that we have good luck with the internet on Thursday, and we can do some crafting along together. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you again really soon. See you guys. Bye. Bye. Oh, just seen a question. Sorry, before I go. Hi again. Emma says, what software do I use for my photo layouts? So I use a software program called Affinity. I think it's Affinity Photo. There are a few different products in the Affinity software suite. The Affinity Photo is the one that I use for my photos specifically. So it's a little bit like a cheaper version of Photoshop is what I would call it. So yeah, do look out for that because it is quite a bit cheaper than having Photoshop, but works in a very, very similar way. Hi Suzanne, you're back. And I'm going again now. So yes, so I'm glad I caught that question before I left because that's a really, really good question, Emma. It's quite easy to use, and it's a good way of resizing all of your photos to fit your layouts. So you can edit your photos in that program as well. You can, you can remove backgrounds, you can soften backgrounds, you can brighten them, you can recolor them. So it's a really useful program to get used to and work with if you're wanting to do more projects like this. So yeah, I hope that's helped. I'll give it a couple of minutes just to make sure because I know there's a little bit of a lag on Facebook compared to what I can see. So yeah, let me know if that answered your question. And then I'll leave you all be and I will go and get myself a drink because I've got a very, very sore throat now from all of this talking. I'm assuming that Emma got that because I'm not seeing anything else. Emma, if I've not answered your question, you've got any other questions, then please do just message me separately and I will do my very best to answer you. I'm going to go now. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. You're the best.